With that closure on the US 60. You see that westbound side, a multi-vehicle crash that they're working to piece all together. And in the meantime, you can't travel on that eastbound side. We'll give you an updated check of those alternates and speeds in the area. Reopening in the East Valley after crash closed it down for more than 6 hours overnight. DPS says multiple vehicles were involved in this. There were injuries too, but we don't know how serious they are, how many people are hurt. So I've reached out to troopers to try and get an update as I saw traffic moving once again in the last few minutes as you're making your way near Mesa Drive. Now, our team is also on this Monday, Megan Thompson, taking you to the I-17 right along that Durango curve area, tow truck bed. So a heads up, this is reported in that southbound direction near about Durango Street, near about Buckeye Road there on the 7th DAC, where the 17 and the 10 freeways come together. So as you're making your way over to the split from the stack, that should take you about 8 minutes, your average speed right around 45 miles per hour. Otherwise, we've got that typical slowing along I-10 and the 17. And a reminder, watching this crash here on the I-17, that northbound direction near about 7th Street, we've got 2 vehicles off to the right-hand side. It looks like we do have one person who has jumped outside of that median area off to the right-hand side, as well as we await DPS arriving on that scene. A heads up for drivers in that area near 7th Street to move more to that center into that left lane. Right now, seeing some of those speeds reduced in that area where typically we see it on that southbound side. So a heads up for you as you're traveling away from the split where the 17 and the 10 freeways break away from each other there near Sky Harbor. We also have a crash on the I-10 westbound near 43rd Avenue. So some atypical slowing on that side too. The majority of it does remain on that eastbound side, though, of course. Here's a wider view across the valley right now. Good conditions in the East Valley, in the Scottsdale area, also along the 51. Starting to see some slowing in the northern part of the valley along the 101 Agua Fria and the 101 Pima, but most of our slowing is along I-10. So we'll check that desert drive time for you from the West Valley into downtown coming up in just a couple of minutes. And we hope for smooth sailing for you. So hopefully things are going to be good in your neck of the woods. We had that closure on the US 60 in the East Valley that has since lifted. So that's a good bit of good news. Here's our both eastbound and westbound. Here's a view of the 17 in that northbound direction. First responders arriving to the scene of that crash near about 7th Street, right along that Durango curve area. We're going to track these desert drive times for you so you know how long that Monday morning commute after the holiday weekend is going to take you. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, 2 different crashes we're watching. Hey there, Megan Thompson. The I-17, that northbound direction here near 7th Street. We still have the right lane blocked off now and the right shoulder in that northbound direction because of a crash. At least we have first responders here. We didn't have that not too long ago. So folks hopefully get that movement to move over to the middle or those left lanes. And then there's the scene here on the I-10. This is in that westbound direction just as you're making your way away from the mini stack where the 51, the 202 and the 10 freeways come together. As you're making your way towards that stack interchange, we do have a lot of activity off to the left-hand side, partially blocking that HOV lane for drivers there in the area. Speeds dropping in that spot to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. A heads up for you there. There's a view of that crash on the 17 with those speeds dropping in that northbound direction. Very atypical. This is below 10 miles per hour. And then you've got that southbound side with speeds right around 20 miles per hour, too. So as you look at that drive time from the stack over to the split, it's about 15 minutes. Your average speed, just 25 miles per hour. Plan accordingly here on this Monday.